Oh, AMAD DIALLO. Oh, AMAD DIALLO. Oh, AMAD DIALLO. Hey, listen. I gotta sit down quickly, because we gotta talk about this. The feeling of a guy who just watched his team with a superstar who scored a hat trick. Yes, people, you know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video, another match reaction. Shout out to everybody tuning in, showing love and support as per usual. I'm in a great mood. We will be talking football. It's gonna be real talk still, but I'm happy. I'm happy, and what's the word? How do you say that in English again? I've got the word in French in my head, but I can't get it out in English. I am. It'll get to me at some point. Either way, I'm happy. Manchester United 3, Southampton 1, or should I say, AMAD Diallo 3, Man United. Oh, see, I can't even talk properly. AMAD Diallo 3, Southampton 1. Listen, it was the AMAD Diallo show. He ran the whole show today. Today was his night. And I think today, credit has to be given to AMAD Diallo for the way he played. I think I've said it about a million times every time I speak to you guys. And by the way, if you want to support this channel, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's roll to 15K. Please do these things for me if you want us to get to 15K. So, yeah, back to AMAD Diallo. I've said it a million times. Every time I talk to you guys, I sit here and tell you whether we play good or bad. AMAD Diallo is always one of our top 3 best players on the pitch. And more often than not, he's not number 3. He's either 1 or 2. And between those two, he's been more. There's been more games where he's been the best player than number 2. And it's absolutely outstanding to see AMAD Diallo perform like that. I was getting ready to say, because he scored the brace in it, I was getting ready to say at the end of the game, while recording this video, I was going to say new contract, brace. But new contract and hat-trick? Yeah, bruv, you deserve it. He fully deserves it. And it couldn't have happened to a better guy, man. It couldn't have happened to anyone better. And I want this to happen for him. I want this to carry on for him, rather. So AMAD Diallo has been absolutely outstanding in recent times for Manchester United, and long may it continue. And in some case, he's somewhat a victim of his own talent. He's somewhat a victim of his own brilliance because he's so good in different positions. He's good at wing back. He's good. I believe he could be good in midfield. He's good at wing back. He's good at the left 10. He's good at the right 10. If you played him false 9, I believe he could be good. He is so good defensively, going forward. The amount of times he had the ball on the right-hand side, yeah, and the reason why he's so successful with his dribbles and taking on people is because, one, he receives the ball on the halfway line more often than not, yeah. He comes deep, asks for the ball on the halfway line, still being out wide, and he doesn't really drive, but he kind of, makes a few steps and he goes forward and forward and forward and forward, and he brings everybody with him, which then allows him to go, okay, for these last few yards, yes, now it's a 1v1, and now I'm going to beat you, and now I'm going to humiliate you, or I'm going to provide an assist for someone. And he was a constant threat. In the first half, Southampton had to double, triple up on him because they knew it wasn't enough to let Kyle Walker-Peters defend on him. That's how good AMAD Diallo is. He's so good that people have to double. They have to double team on him. They have to triple team on him because he is that good. Even in tight spaces when there's 3 around him. Bro, all he needs is a tiny bit of space to create a little bit of skill and boom, he's gone. Do you get what I mean? So I'm a huge fan of AMAD. I said it when he signed his new contract. I haven't been a fan of a Man United player in a very long time. The last person that I was such a big fan of was Paul Pogba, and he left a long time ago. AMAD Diallo fully, and I mean fully, deserves the praise that he that he gets from me, from the fans, from the people at the stadium singing his name today, the journalists, the pundits, everybody. And anyone who doubted him, everybody that was talking about his height and his physicality, not good enough, not physical enough, and not this enough, not that enough, hold that. Hold that, because he is proving everybody wrong. He is proving everybody wrong, and he is silencing this stereotype that in the Premier League you need to be 6'5" and you need to be over 90 kg to be a good player. No, all you need is this, good feet, and you're good. AMAD Diallo is the proof. Brilliant first goal for the equaliser. Kind of got caught a little bit in his own feet, and I think he got the ball back from Kyle Walker-Peters, unwillingly, of course. Xerxes done well. I'm not going to give him the assist for that, but he done well to receive the ball from deep. Again, made himself available, opened up, played it out wide to AMAD. AMAD scores the second goal. The combination between him and Ericsson, who had come on, and again, well, not again, but that was a good substitution from Amorim, but we'll get onto Amorim in a minute. That was a really, really good combination. A well-weighted ball into the area. AMAD, boom, left foot. And the third goal, I mean, we've seen this, 4-5 times already this season from AMAD? Pressing players, winning that press, winning the ball back, and scoring. There's nothing you can tell AMAD tonight because he did everything right. Even in the first half when we were down 1-0, he was asking for the ball, making himself available. When he was going up the pitch, he was bringing everybody with him, creating an overload, making sure there's enough bodies to be creating combinations and whatnot. But yeah, man, he fully deserves this hat-trick, and I am more than happy with this performance from AMAD. Moving away from AMAD, I want to give a shout out to Xerxes again, and I'm going to mix it up a little bit here. I'm not going to start the typical way, game started like this, and I'm not going to start it like that. I'm going to mix it up a little bit today. Another player that I want to give credit to is Joshua Xerxes. This is another game, and this is where I'm going to come to Amorim. This is another game where Joshua Xerxes comes on and he makes the difference. I mean, Ruben Amorim, I'm behind you, I fully back you, and I'm behind most of the decisions, and I'm saying most because I'm about to say something. I'm behind most of the decisions that you make. But for the love of God, you have to bench Rasmus Højlund. It is not going to work out. And I told you guys, with all due respect to the human being, but Rasmus Højlund, the footballer, will not make it at Manchester United. It's not going to work. Forget goals. Forget he's not getting service. Forget the age, because it's got nothing to do with age. He is not good enough. Every ball that went into Højlund today didn't stick. And not because he didn't get no service, because he was late. Yeah. And he was letting defenders get to the ball ahead of him. Flynn Downs, bro. You let Flynn Downs be better than you today. Get the better of you today. You let Hardwood Bellis get the better of you today. You let Bentnerek get the better of you today. Bentnerek's been around in the Premier League for ages. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like 34, 35. You let these men get the better of you. I don't want to see you play no more, man. I don't want to see you play anymore. And Amorim taking off Højlund at the Amorim taking off Højlund 52 minutes in just proves my point. That starting lineup was wrong. It was a wrong starting lineup, because when the starting lineup came up, I remember I tweeted, and I tried to keep it respectful because, again, I back Amorim and I want him to succeed. But I tweeted and I said, please, Amorim, help me understand. Rasmus Højlund starting again after Arsenal, after Liverpool, and all the other 8 games he didn't score in. You're starting him again. But then I thought, surely he must be doing some sort of, sometimes managers do that thing where they give you enough rope to hang yourself, basically, yeah? So that they can then have an argument to say, well, I played you for all these games and you haven't produced, so now I'm going to bench you. I don't know how many more games Amorim needs to understand that Rasmus Højlund isn't it. And I really hope that finally today's the day. Please, Amorim, get yourself together. Do not start Rasmus Højlund again, because once more, when Xerxes came on, he was better. Held up the ball better. The link-up play was better. All of these cute little passes that we've seen, on the right side and on the left side. On the left side with AMAD, Bruno, Anthony. On the right side with Ericsson when he came on, with Garnacho. Like, he did everything right. And if it wasn't for that little scuffle in the box and the way AMAD got the ball back and whatnot, I would have given the assist to Xerxes, because he done really well today. When he held up the ball, it stuck. When he received the ball, some bros, I think there was even one time where he received the ball and he done the little soul thing, bro. That's how you know somebody's a street baller, a proper footballer, swagger, bro. Every time the ball was played into Højlund, he was either on the floor, like I always tell you, or the touch was off. Oh, bro, it was horrible. My eyes were hurting. Listen, and I'm saying this with all due respect again to the human being and all of that. It is not going to work. I'm sorry. I am sorry. If Xerxes leaves Man United before Højlund does, there'll be an uproar. Because the difference between both of them in quality is like night and day. Night and day, I'm telling you guys. Bro, it was so frustrating, bro. Every time the ball was played into Højlund, he was either on the floor or he was late. The chances that we had in the first half, actually, one of the chances that we had, he actually provided it for Garnacho. Garnacho completely misses the target. We'll get onto Garnacho in a minute. Garnacho completely misses the target. Then another chance comes in. I think it was Kobbie Mainoo, who had a poor first half, I'll be honest, and he had to be taken off at halftime, rightfully so. I don't know why he didn't take the shot there. You just dink it over the keeper, left foot. If you miss, you miss. Fair enough. But he kind of cut it across, and Højlund wasn't there. So on top of having the bad first touch, on top of being late, on top of defenders always, and I mean always, getting the better of him, you're not in the box when the ball's being played in the box. And then people are going to scream he's not getting any service. Bro, he is not good enough. He's not good enough. I'm telling you, people. And again, I really hope today was the final straw for Amorim, and I really hope he learned his lesson. Quick little side note. When Man United went down 1-0 and we went in for half-time, the team came out again. I don't know what it is, and I'm not trying to speculate anything here, but did you guys see what Garnacho had here on his neck? It looked like a red line. To me, it looked like a scar. It looked like a scar. And listen, from what I experienced in life, when I see this, bro, somebody scratched you, innit? So that means there could have possibly been a scrap in the dressing room. So don't be surprised if by the time this video comes out, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, in the next few days, things come out about a scrap happening at halftime in the dressing room. Don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. Because, yeah, bruv, it was horrible to watch. Couple of disappointing performances, man. A lot of them, actually. I thought Bruno was poor today. And people always want to talk me... people always want me to talk about Bruno Fernandes. But then he puts in performances like that. And it's always against the quote-unquote smaller teams. Listen, it's all good and well passioning and desiring yourself through games against Arsenal and against Liverpool, because these games are big games. But what about the other teams? Today we played against bottom of the Premier League, bro. Southampton, and they outplayed us for large parts of the game. If it wasn't for AMAD Diallo's hat-trick today, we lose. They outplayed us completely. Ogochukwu had a field day today, manhandled Kobbie Mainoo. Joe Aribo, you know, when is the last time you heard about him in the Premier League? When is the last time you heard about him having a good performance? Let alone hearing about him, period. Joe Aribo and Ogochukwu absolutely enjoyed themselves in midfield today, and that is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Listen, disappointment apart, they had a really good game. You know, I think Southampton can only have themselves to blame. And I think the manager's facial expressions and his anger when we scored the 2-1, he kicked a water bottle and stuff. I understand his frustration because that's down to his team. The players can only blame themselves, Southampton. They can only blame themselves. Joe Aribo and Ogochukwu, ran the show today. Tyler Dibbling. What a baller. I tweeted out during the game as well. Bring me Tyler Dibbling. Bring me this guy to the club. We've got AMAD. Yes. Bring him in as a backup. We could use somebody like that. Close control. Dribbling. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Who else did I see that had a good game today? Aye, listen. Kamaldeen Sulemana. Woo! Brother, listen, Lenny Yoro. This was, every player comes to the Premier League and has this, defenders mostly, they all have defenders and goalkeepers. Everybody has at least one welcome to the Premier League game. Today was Lenny Yoro's welcome to the Premier League game, bro. Because he got absolutely cooked, bruv. And I like Lenny. Listen, Lenny Yoro, I like him a lot. Yeah, I want him to succeed, and I'm sure he is going to succeed. But bro, he got absolutely fried by Sulemana. The pace on this kid, I don't even know how old he is, to be fair. But the pace on that guy. There was one instant in the first half, yeah. The way my man, he didn't even touch the ball. He just spun away from him. Bro, he was gone. Yeah, Euro got cooked today, and I'm hoping he recovers from that, because that was definitely his welcome to the Premier League game, 1000%. Apart from that, I do think overall it was a poor performance, and again, the starting lineup was wrong in my opinion. That starting front three was absolutely atrocious, man. Bruno Fernandes, Rasmus Højlund, and Garnacho. Jesus Christ, that was ugly. And this is speaking of Garnacho, this is the guy that people are defending, making videos about. We can't let him go. We can't let him go. No, but what do you mean we can't let him go? Manchester United declined 40 million. They declined a 40 million bid from Napoli. Napoli's going to come back and they're going to... Yo, 25. Take it or leave it. Bro, do you know what I mean? This is the guy people are defending. This was poor from Garnacho today. Very, very poor. And these are the same problems that we keep talking about. But people think we're just going to wake up one day and it's magically going to disappear. No, this is who he is. This is who he is. Poor on the ball, poor decision making. There was one or two instances where he did make the right decision, but more often than not, it wasn't good enough. The quality's not there. And this is my issue with this team. And Amorim was right. He was spot on when he said, I'm not going to look at the previous games. What's going to determine the way I'm going to feel about this team, I'm paraphrasing, is the game against Southampton, because it's easy to get fired up against big teams. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. But what about the other teams? That's what's going to determine what I think about this team. And he was absolutely spot on. And this is why I don't like the term, he's a big game player. What do you mean he's a big game player? So what? The other games you don't turn up? You can't be bothered? No. When I mean this, I mean the performance that you set, the standard that you set against Arsenal, Liverpool, City, that should be the standard every single game. Not just against the big teams, but against the other teams as well, like Southampton today and against Brighton on Sunday. That should be the standard. Not today's performance. Today is all on AMAD. You can thank AMAD for that. Overall, today's performance was absolutely atrocious. Because like I said, we got outplayed and on every single level. Every single level. So I hope Amorim has learnt his lesson with Højlund. I hope he's learnt his lesson with other players as well that were poor today. So I think that's all I had to say, really. That's all I had to say. We can't be fired up for the big games, giving it the mentality, something's changed. But then again, Southampton, we can't string passes together. And again, the quality is not there. I understand that, and I believe it, and I say it myself. The quality is not there. But we need to be doing better. Need to be doing better. The front line is everything. Xerxes makes our front line so much better. Credit to Anthony as well. That miss was horrible. I'm not going to lie. That miss was horrible. But overall, I thought the cameo was okay. It was okay. And a lot of people are going to crash it on Anthony for missing that. And I won't blame them, but he was better than what we saw in the first half. I'll tell you that for free. The combinations were better. The close control, the passing, the driving forward with the ball, that was better. See what happens when we play people that can actually play football. See what happens when we actually play technical footballers. Hopefully, I really hope and I pray Amarim learned this lesson, because I don't know how much longer he has to play. He has to start Rasmus Højlund for him to understand that it's not going to work. I'm sorry. At this point, we might as well loan the guy out. He needs to be the one that needs to be loaned out. He needs to be the one we need to look at and say, hey, maybe you need a loan because you're surplus to requirement here. Yeah, man, I've seen some horrible stuff today, man. I'm not going to lie. Seen some horrible stuff, and hopefully Amarim learned his lesson, man. I really, really hope he did, man. Xerxes has to start on on Sunday. Has to start for me. So yeah, people, listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. If you made it till the end of this video, go in the comment section, and there's only one thing to type, and that's AMAD DIALLO Superstar. So I want to see you guys type AMAD DIALLO Superstar in the comment section below. Whew. Like, share, comment, subscribe, people. And I'm out. Road to 15K. Jesus. This took all sorts of energy out of me, man. When Ahmad scored, I lost it, bro. I absolutely lost it. Oh, Ahmad Diallo. Oh, Ahmad Diallo.